The Milwaukee Bucks dominated the Portland Trail Blazers on the road 127-108 to pick up their 8th straight win. Brook Lopez dominated inside all night long for the Bucks. Lopez scored 27 points and attempted a season-high 8 free throws, making 6 of them. He also pulled down 9 rebounds. He also reached the 15,000 point mark for his career, becoming just the 148th player in the history of the league to score that many. Giannis Antetokounmpo was also tough to defend for the Blazers in this one as well. Despite dealing with foul trouble and turnovers, he had 6 throughout the night. Giannis still finished with 24 points on 8 of 13 shooting in 23 minutes of action. He also pulled down 13 rebounds and had 8 assists. The Milwaukee Bucks are cooking right now. They've won 8 straight games, which is the longest current winning streak in the NBA. They've won 10 of their last 11. They're 11-2 when their big 3 plays, and they've scored 120 plus points in 8 of their last 11. Oh, and the Bucks are a perfect 8-0 since Chris Middleton returned. What's going on, everyone? It's Luca here, back with another video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about the red-hot Milwaukee Bucks and why they are starting to show their championship potential once again. Make sure you guys hit a like on the video. It does help it a ton. And please subscribe to the channel for more Bucks and NBA content just like this. We're trying to hit 30K subs, so if you guys can help me hit that, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, real quick, about 96% of you are watching my videos but aren't subscribed, so if you can make sure you're subbed with post notice turned on, that would be great. So one of the biggest reasons why the Bucks are looking scary again is simply because they're finally healthy. The Bucks' 3 biggest stars, Antetokounmpo, Middleton, and Holiday, played together in just 5 of Milwaukee's first 45 games. Middleton missed the Bucks' first 20 games while recovering from off-season wrist surgery, returned to play in 7 games, then missed 18 more due to his knee issue. That resulted in some very inconsistent play from the Bucks earlier this season. They won their first 9 games, but then went 20-17 over their next 37 contests. The Bucks still aren't even at full strength. Bobby Portis, who is averaging 14.4 points and 10.1 rebounds, sprained his right ankle and the medial collateral ligament in his right knee at Detroit on January 23rd. That's another guy who can defend, rebound, and shoot the ball when he's out there. Chris Middleton has stepped up nicely since coming back from his injury. And as I mentioned, the Bucks haven't lost a game since his return. Middleton has been coming off the bench, and his offense and defense has looked sharp. Chris Middleton is the ultimate complementary star for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And as he slowly gets back into the starting lineup, a healthy Chris Middleton will be the key to a Bucks championship run. Remember, Middleton didn't play when the Bucks lost to the Celtics in last year's playoffs. He's such an important piece on this Bucks team, and in my opinion, Chris Middleton is the X factor for the Bucks' success. Chris Middleton has shown he can be clutch down the stretch and give the Bucks another dangerous scorer you got to worry about. Also, when you look at this Bucks team, you got to talk about Jrue Holiday, who, by the way, I want to congratulate on being named an NBA All-Star for just the second time of his career. Actually, it was a 10-year gap since the last time he was named an All-Star. Now, people have been complaining that Jrue Holiday made it over some of these other players, but let's not forget, it was Jrue Holiday keeping the ship afloat while Giannis and Middleton were out, and Drew's had a nice season overall. He's coming off a 20-point outing, had 4 rebounds, 8 assists versus the Blazers, and Jrue Holiday is an amazing defender, which definitely helped his All-Star nod. And he might even be the best guard defender in the league right now. Jrue Holiday was a big reason why the Bucks won their first championship, and he'll need to play like an all-star and play big down the stretch if the Bucks want to win it all again. Then you got to talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo, who has won Player of the Week for the 2nd consecutive week. Here are Giannis' stats during that stretch. You ready for this? 41.2 points per game, 15.2 rebounds per game on 61.2% shooting from the field. He's the first player since 1975 to average 40 plus points and 15 plus rebounds over a 6-game span. Antetokounmpo has 3 50-point performances over his last 12 games, which matches his previous regular season career total. Giannis has been playing like an MVP this season, and for as great as he's looked, it still feels like he can still unlock more levels to his game, which is absolutely scary. Now, this is going to go down as one of the craziest MVP races in quite some time. You can make a case for a lot of guys. Giannis's name definitely deserves to be mentioned as a real contender to win the MVP. I mean, he has been amazing for this Bucks team. So when you got Giannis Antetokounmpo playing at his peak, Drew Holiday performing like an NBA All-Star, and Chris Middleton working his way back to his final form, the Bucks are showing again that they are legitimate title contenders. When you look at this Bucks team, they have everything. They have shooting, they have defense, they have rebounding, they have great size and weapons off the bench. With the Nets losing Kyrie Irving, it may end up being only a 3-team race now in the Eastern Conference, coming down to the 76ers, the Bucks, or the Celtics. And I like the Bucks' chances over the 76ers in a 7-game series. And the matchup versus the Celtics would be interesting. The Bucks are only 1 game back of Boston for the number 1 seed in the East. And the number 1 seed is very important because a potential Bucks versus Celtics playoff matchup could ultimately come down to who has home court advantage. I think right now, when you boil it down, the Celtics' biggest threat in the East is undeniably this Bucks team. Now, we'll see if the Bucks can keep it rolling, and we'll see if the Bucks can ultimately get that number 1 seed and surpass Boston, who have kind of cooled off a bit. I mean, they're definitely not playing as well as they have in the first part of the season, but make no mistake, the Celtics are still a team you got to look out for. But the Bucks are a team that you need to start paying attention to, and they are looking very lethal as the days go on here. And actually, this is a Bucks team that you want to pay attention to as we get closer to the NBA trade deadline, as the Bucks did play their final game before the NBA trade deadline against the Blazers, and their next game will come after the NBA trade deadline. And look for the Bucks to maybe get aggressive. It's said that the Milwaukee Bucks are still considered the favorites to land Jay Crowder. They are also expected to be active in the buyout market, particularly looking for guard depth and shooting, which would help this team, of course, come playoff time. And this is per Matt Moore of Action Network. So we'll see if the Bucks do get aggressive at the deadline, and if not, could they get aggressive in the buyout market and add a piece or two to try to really go for it this year, as Milwaukee obviously has high hopes of continuing this run with Giannis playing at the peak of his powers. But what have your thoughts been on this Bucks team? Do you think they have enough to make another title run? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, guys. I read all of them. This Bucks team has been fun to watch, and they have definitely hit another gear as of late. So yeah, let me know what your overall thoughts have been on this Bucks team. Again, guys, drop a like on the video on your way out. Please subscribe to the channel for more Bucks and NBA content just like this, and we will see how things shape up as we get closer to the NBA trade deadline. This is Luca signing off. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all again in the next video.